Let's bring in Larry Kudlow now, host of Kudlow on Fox Business. Larry, to the news first. The rate hike happened. This was expected and priced in, but that doesn't take away from just how significant this is and how it'll affect everyday Americans.
No, it is significant. I think they should have done 100. I think they should be applying shock therapy. The faster they get the inflation rate down, the sooner the economy can recover its growth. Right now, we're on a recession or the front end of a recession or whatever. The first half of the year, GDP contracted with about an 8-9% inflation rate. That's a terrible record, okay? Part of it's the Fed's fault. They should have been tightening 15 months ago. Part of it's the government's fault. The Biden administration was pouring money in with a $2 trillion spending package and a bipartisan infrastructure package of another $1 trillion. So that was unnecessary and helped cause the inflation. So my point is, the faster the Fed operates, the sooner we can get out of this. But it's going to be a painful 12 to 15 months. And I want to make this point. The economic slump in the first half of the year is a function of skyrocketing inflation. Real wages falling, real retail sales falling, manufacturing falling, consumer confidence. I don't know if you saw yesterday's conference board. Consumer confidence crashed again. It's down about 30% from a year ago with an inflation forecast of 7.6% for the next 12 months. I happen to agree with that very much. The Fed tightening will impact the economy in the next 12 months. What we saw, the contraction in the first half of the year, was because of the inflation problem.
So you believe we're in a recession
costs.
today?
Yes, I do.
If I may use the R word, because apparently that's controversial now.
It's a silly argument. It's just politics from the Biden administration. Every economist knows that. Look, the first quarter was down 1.6%. According to today's Atlanta Fed revision on their GDP, it's down 1.2%. But I don't care. It could be +1 or -1. We are in a recession, and it's going to get worse.
Because you have to think about the optics of this moment where the White House is trying not to use the R word and trying to change the definition of the R word, because they're the very ones who are standing up at the podium each and every day at the White House saying our biggest priority is to fight inflation. It's inflation that was created by the government and, to your point, the Federal Reserve.
Their biggest priority is to fight fossil fuels, to fight businesses, and to try to regulate the entire economy in their sort of woke, progressive, transformative way.
I don't think they would even disagree with that.
They don't care about economic growth. They're into income redistribution. They have no interest in economic growth. This is, they are so fraudulent. Their arguments are so fraudulent. That's one of the reasons why the entire country has lost confidence in Joe Biden. That's right there. They should be cutting tax rates, making the Trump tax cuts permanent.
You know who just called for that on this show? Tim Ryan from Ohio.
Oh, yeah, right.
A Democrat. He just said this. Listen.
Oh, good. I want to hear this.
People are getting absolutely hammered. I mean, there's no question about it. And so to deny that, I think, is a big mistake. They're trying to somehow, sugarcoat it, I think does a disservice to the people who are out there struggling every single day.
And when I asked him if he would support Biden's re-election bid, he avoided the question, said he was focused on his own campaign.
Well, they're running away from Biden. There's no question about that. If Mr. Ryan wants to make the Trump tax cut, especially the corporate tax cuts, but the other part is the regulatory strangulation of the economy in the last 18 months. We have $200 billion worth of regulations last year. On a present discounted value, you're looking at $2 trillion regulatory burden over the next 10 years. That has strangled the economy. Part of it's fossil fuels, part of it's the rest of business. Part of it's overspending. Part of it that the Fed didn't get its inflation manhood back until recently, about 15 months too late. I hope they keep growing hair in their chest. Good for Jay Powell. But he's got another problem. Okay, the Homeland Security Department is investigating. This is the Republicans are doing this. Rob Portman. We have Senator Ron Johnson coming on. China has infiltrated the Federal Reserve. China has infiltrated Fed research assistants throughout the Federal Reserve System. China is infiltrating and spying on our models and on data-specific information. China took this guy who was a Fed staff guy in Shanghai. They entered his hotel room. They threatened him. They kept at him 4 times. They're paying people to give research notes, confidential research notes. This is high-level security stuff. Now, Jay Powell, for some darn reason, is denying it. He can't deny it because they've got the goods on it. The FBI is investigating this. Look, Rob Portman is running this. He's not some crazy, outline guy. He's a very moderate, common-sense type guy.
I want to bring in John, by the way. He's listening to all this.
This is a Federal Reserve crisis here. I don't know where this is going to go.
And you're going to be digging into this more on your show.
Yes, absolutely. This is a breaking story. You saw it in the front page of the Journal today, or you saw it a big story in the website today. This is going to get worse and worse. And the Fed should not deny it. What the Fed has to do is show us what kind of safeguards. There is cyber hacking into our central bank. Now, this is true espionage all over the economy, John. But right now in the Federal Reserve, our central bank, and I would just say this is not good.
So President Biden's got a phone conversation with Xi Jinping coming up in hours or maybe the next day or so. What should he tell Xi about this?
He should tell Xi that we have no intention of any concessions to China at the present time for a variety of reasons. They're helping Russia. They're hacking and espionage into our businesses. They're now hacking and espionage into our central bank. We've known this all along. He should tell Xi that we have no intention of withdrawing tariffs from China. We don't make concessions right now. China should be on the hook for their spying, for their espionage, and, of course, their human rights violations and their threats to Taiwan and what they've done to Hong Kong and so forth and so on, John. He should be tough. He should be tough. There are no concessions right now. Tough. And I don't know whether he'll do it or not. Do we have confidence in that? I don't know.
All right. We'll see what the readout says.
Nancy Pelosi going to Taiwan? Terrific. Good for her. I want to say that. Good for her.
And we've heard that from a lot of Republicans right on this program and this network. Good to have you here, Larry, to react to the breaking news.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, John.
Thank you,
Sandra.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson tonight.